Hey everyone, welcome to Firmly Planted Wellness Live. I am so excited that you are here to join us again. I have another amazing guest with me today, Jenny McCabe, and I'll tell you a bit about her in just a minute. But what we are doing each and every week, it's my intention to introduce you to an amazing woman that is serving women to help them live well in some area of their life. It could be their health, it could be their business, it could be relationships, it could be mindset, anything that's related to what we're doing in our day and how we can do that even better. So today I've got an amazing guest, but if we are meeting for the first time, my name is Lissa Figgins, and it's my mission to help women prioritize their wellness so they can finally look, feel, and give their best. I find that so many women are overwhelmed, exhausted, frustrated, right? Just putting ourselves in the back burner, and then we're no good to anyone, including ourselves. So I firmly believe by putting that in the forefront, then we can better do all the things that we are called to do. And today I want to introduce you to my guest, Jenny McCabe. Jenny, go ahead and say hi.
Hi, everyone.
Yes. I love technology because Jenny and I met online and we live very, very far away from each other because she's in the UK, I'm in the US, but because of technology, we can get together and connect with you guys. Isn't that amazing?
It's so
Right?
amazing. It's so amazing.
It's fantastic. Yeah. So let me tell you just real quick about Jenny. Jenny's a single mom and she's a business owner, and she's a very committed business owner, which I really, really love. She is really empowering ambitious women to take courageous action in pursuit of their dreams by helping them let go of anxiety, perfectionism, so they can regain that work-life balance, make more money, and have less guilt. Anybody right now already saying, yes, this is exactly who I need to hear from? I think that is all of us. So Jenny, tell us a little bit in your words, how do you serve women? How do you help them to live better in their life?
I'd say I work mostly with women. I have had some men recently approaching me, but I like to work with women. Um, I was a franchise coach for a very female-centric network a couple of years ago, and that, I say, it was mostly women. And I just enjoy working with women. If you with women, we just work differently to men. So
Exactly.
it's we're on the same kind of level, or on the same sort of wavelength is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. So
But
I
yeah,
know that your zone of genius is based around money mindset, right?
yes,
So tell us a little bit about how do you specifically help women in that area, and then what impact do you see that having in their life, in their business, in the things that they're doing?
well, it's money. I work on their money mindset, which is massive. Um,
Mm,
you know, it um, it it can have an effect on your business, if you don't work on your money mindset. This is the reason why you're not getting the money. You don't have the money that you've dreamed of. Maybe you don't have the work-life balance that you dreamed of, and most of the time it is to do with your money mindset, with your money beliefs or your money stories. Um, we all have our own unique story, with an experience about money, and this goes back to our childhoods. So just as you have a relationship with your parents, your siblings, friends from school, your teachers. Well, this is when you're young, not as an adult. You
right.
know, we also have a relationship with money. So it can be a good or a bad relationship, but it is that relationship that plays a major role in whether you have it, you make it, keep it, or lose it.
How
So
interesting.
yeah.
Yes. And I love that you called it a story. So I was recently listening to something and they were talking about how we tell ourselves either a red light story or a green light story.
Mm,
And a red light story sounds like, probably in your case, that's a money mindset. That's something that is going to keep us from moving forward. Maybe
yeah,
there's a fear there. Maybe there's just an emotion we've attached to it. Maybe there's just something that's there. And so,
yeah,
like you said, that's going to keep us from that. But then the green light stories are the things that we tell ourselves that are going to help us to move forward. It's looking
yeah.
at it right from a different perspective, and we have a choice because both of them are stories, right?
Reframing your thoughts and reframing your stories, which is so important, because what is it? money blocks or money stories, they're negative subconscious beliefs about money. And like I said before, they can stop you from achieving what you desire. And money blocks take a couple of forms. So you have them in beliefs and behaviors.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're trying to save money, but for whatever reason you can't seem to save it, or as soon as you get paid your salary, you spend it almost as soon as you've got it, so you don't have anything at the end, at the end of the month. And you have great intentions to stick to your budget, save your money, and get control of your finances, but you never, that doesn't transpire. So you get to the end of the month, and again, you're like, oh my God, my balance is at zero again. So when you have that kind of behavior, there's two possibilities. You're either missing tools and knowledge to improve your situation, or you have money blocks. So for some people, it can be an easy fix, that you just need to give them a bit of education about how money works and things like that, or a simple strategy, how to manage it, and then they're good to go. But it's not always that easy, because of the money stories that we tell ourselves, so
do you find they're often deeply ingrained, like they're just something that we've just gotten so used to, and we keep telling ourselves over and over?
We don't even know we have them most of the time. We don't actually know that we have them, because when we're all born with an abundance consciousness, an abundance mindset, and as we grow older, we start all the influences around us program abundance out of us, if you like, or so you are very much influenced about, when you're younger, your formative years, you're very much influenced by the people around you. Like I said, your parents, maybe your teachers, and they all imprint their money stories and their money blocks on you. And that abundance mindset gets programmed out of you, because you're taught to think about money in a certain way. So that could be like, I have to work really hard to earn lots of money. It could be, oh God, I'm no good with money, or money is evil and rich people are greedy. People will, if I'm rich or have lots of money, people won't like me anymore. So those are just some money beliefs and stories that we grow up believing in.
Right. So what would you say are maybe 3 of the most common money blocks that really keep us from getting our worth, and what's maybe something we can do about those?
So probably the most common money block is that I'm not good enough. So this basically manifests in, I'm not smart enough, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not thin enough, I'm not tall enough. That was one of mine, because I'm only little.
Okay.
So this then becomes an indication that you have a limiting belief about your self-worth, and somehow you just don't believe that you're good enough, or you deserve to have what you want, to be worthy of wealth, and get what have everything that you want, basically. So, and anytime we don't value ourselves, you see that reflected back in your outer world, in the way you live and all that kind of thing. So this is the I'm not good enough, whatever that state, whatever that finishes with, good enough, fat enough, or thin enough, blah blah blah.
Right.
It's a massive cause of us undercharging for our products and services, or programs, or whatever it is, because you don't really believe that you earned that right to be earning all that money. So or the money that you want to earn, so it doesn't, it doesn't serve you to think that way, because if you just end up being burnt out, you know, from maybe working far too long hours, and sacrificing your time with your family, and then you can't serve your family. You know, you're no good to anyone. Then you can't be the best version of yourself for your family, or for your clients, and for yourself as well. So in terms of trying to overcome that one, it's just about learning how to value yourself, you know, learning to love yourself, and your self-worth. My recommendation for that is, I mean, I journal. I'm going to say journal. I journal every day. So the best thing to do is buy yourself a journal if you don't have one already, and write down 3 things every day. Every day, write down 3 things that you love about yourself. So it could be simple as, you know, you love your smile, you know, love your eyes. Maybe it's you love the fact that you're a great role model to your children. Whatever it is, write that in your journal. You can also celebrate your wins. So I always write in my journal, you know, what did I accomplish today that I'm proud of myself? And it can be a really small thing, you know, really, really small thing. So whether that's a small or a big win, celebrate yourself. You know, you don't need your permission to do that from anyone. So,
I love that. Yes.
yeah, so you don't need anyone's permission. So when you actually take time to notice your value, so when you're writing these things and you think, you know, yes, you know what, I do offer value to me and my clients, you know, and what I have to offer is important. So, you know, it's about learning to love yourself. And at the end of the day, you're allowed to charge what you're worth. As I said, you don't need anyone else's permission to do that. So
I love how you're tying the value that we see in ourselves to the money piece, because I think sometimes we think that it's just the money thing, but I think you're right that when we're not valuing who we are as a person, what we have to offer, even our physical appearance or abilities, that can have a carryover effect into how we look at our value when it comes to finances and money as well. I love that. I love that.
It starts
Before
with the inner work. It starts with the inner work.
And I find that when
daily affirmations are also really good for this.
Yes.
I am worth it. I am worthy. I'm worth the money. You know, I deserve to be paid for what I'm worth, you know, so things like that.
Yeah. And I've even heard of people like recording themselves saying that to themselves on an app.
Yeah.
So that way you're not just reading them, you're also hearing them, right? And playing that at least once a day. So that way it's creating those new pathways, you know, inside. So before we wrap up, are there any other roadblocks that you want to hit on?
Saying that you're not good. I'm not good with money. This is basically a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Right.
It becomes, you know, when you think, oh, I'm not good with money, that becomes your actions, which then become your beliefs, and it just becomes compounded. Also, when you think that you're not good with money, and sometimes you give your power away to your partner. So you might give your partner, you know, your husband, your wife, or whoever, they might handle the money. You can't do that. Don't do that. You know, you need to learn how to handle it yourself. I always recommend that people track their money every single day. You know, everybody on business. Now, tracking your money, it's your personal income, your business income, any freebies that you get. If somebody buys you lunch, track it, $10. You know what I mean? If it's $10, it's $10. You know, I include that in the income. And just by paying attention to the money that is coming in, it naturally makes you better at managing it, because you start training your mind, your brain, at a subconscious level. You're telling your brain that you do know how to manage your money and you are good at it. So, and then you're ready to receive larger amounts, you know, larger amounts of money into your life as well. So tracking your money is amazing. It will change your life. I do it. I love it. It should be fun too.
Right? It can be a good little game that we play with ourselves, right? And
Yeah.
just see where we can find it that we didn't realize that it was or where it was coming
Go
from.
on a treasure hunt. Go look for it. When you pick up a coin off the ground, track it. You know, if you, I can't remember what coins you guys have, but if you found a $5 note on the ground, you're going to track it, aren't you?
Of course.
Why
It's
not?
like
So,
Christmas,
you
yeah.
know, but yeah, it's fun. Should be fun.
I love that. I love that. So there are so many things I know that we need to be working on when it comes to
Yeah,
this area. And so I want people to, who are right now saying, this is me. These are some things I've either been knowingly saying to myself, unknowingly saying to myself, and I really want to work on this. So do you have something to offer to our audience? And then how can they get in touch with you if they would like to work further with you and learn a little bit more about what you do?
yeah. I'll put it in the comments, but I'm going
Okay.
to offer everybody a PDF, which will be 33 daily money mindset affirmations that people can use and get started with straight away. And it'll have my details on there as well. So I'll post that in the comments after.
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing that because, like you said, those are so helpful to start retraining our brain and really working on our mindset. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of those affirmations will have an impact in other areas of our life as well. Particularly health is the passion that I focus on.
Yeah,
And I find a lot of it starts with, similar roadblocks that we
yeah.
have in our heads as well. So
It's
thank you for offering that. I love that. And so we'll make sure that we put that link down in the comments. I also am super excited that this is the very first time that I am actually sharing a brand new guide that I put together called Live Well and Age Well, because we're all at some stage of the aging process. And I don't know about you, but I want to do that well. And so it really comes down to, how we're taking care of ourselves and the value we see in ourselves, like we were just talking about. And so I've got a guide I put together with 3 secrets to living and aging well. So I too will post that link down in the comments and encourage you guys, take advantage of these freebies because these are great resources that can get the ball started. And then if you would like to talk more, you'd like to know a little bit more about what either of us do and how we can help you to implement these things, we would love to have a conversation and help you just, live better and live well so you can make a bigger difference in your world. So Jenny, I want to thank you so much for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. It's
Thanks for
great.
sharing your expertise. Yes, this is what we do, right? We're in this together, and
Yeah.
that's how we can make a bigger difference. So thanks everyone for joining us. I look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, make sure that you keep living well.
Take care.